Parish family, Father Panteleimon. I'm in a car, but not driving. My wife is. And today I wanted to share another thought on fasting, because there's so much to reflect on under this particular discipline of fasting. And what I want to talk about actually is a comparison that the saints of the church make, which is really, I think, very interesting, between Adam's breaking the fast, right, in the Garden of Eden, and Jesus Christ keeping a fast right after his baptism. So in, I think, Matthew, Mark, and Luke, what we see is that right after Christ is baptized in the Jordan, he immediately, you probably know this, goes out into the wilderness, and for 40 days he fasts. And the saints of the church see sort of a reversal of fortunes, sort of, in this event, right? Because what they look at, I'm going to read a quote actually from St. John Chrysostom in a second, but what they say is that in the same way that Adam lost paradise because he did not keep the fast, Christ sort of reopens the door into paradise by observing a fast. So this is what I'm going to read what St. John Chrysostom says. He says, it's a short quote, he says, "The devil conquered Adam by means of food," right, breaking the fast. "Therefore Christ begins his contest with fasting, teaching us that the weapons by which we were wounded, food, are the same by which we are healed," right? So what St. John Chrysostom is saying here is that fasting actually heals us. He's saying that in the same way that being tempted by food in the Garden of Eden, that was sort of something that wounded us, now by observing the fast, which is what St. John Chrysostom says, and many of the fathers say, by observing the fast, we actually undo the brokenness, the damage, the wounds that have been inflicted on us by not observing the fast, by not obeying, right? The same wounds that Adam brought into the world because he didn't follow the commandments of God. Christ heals those wounds by being obedient to Christ, and particularly in this case, by being obedient to God, and particularly in this case by being obedient to God in relationship to fasting. So what that teaches us, I think, is that by our fasting, by the fasting the Church prescribes during Lent, which we are observing now, that event, that activity, that discipline of fasting actually heals us. You could even go so far as to say that it helps make us holy. It helps turn us into saints. So that's why we need to fast, because when we don't fast, we deprive ourselves of this beautiful tool that makes us holy. I pray you're having a good Lenten season on day 9 of the fast, and look forward to seeing you soon. God bless.